we go, back again with another video, and today we're going to take you on the Sunderland Stadium tour. I'm here with Wincy, Raymondo and Jonas. Yeah, right mate? How's it going? You excited? Excited, Ray?
Yeah, pretty excited.
I bet Jonas is excited.
Yeah.
Just been in the Sunderland shop, some good stuff ready for Christmas. Right, what's inside? Want to come in? Let's do it. Let's go. Hey, we're our tour guide today. What's your name?
John.
John, great to meet you, mate. Great to meet you. Absolutely beautiful place this is.
What we'll do, we'll stand up in the middle of the staircase where this banner is and I'll have a little bit of an introductory chat.
Tremendous.
I like that. Hope you do the way.
Start recording.
Very nice.
The reception was excellent as well. There's nobody spoke. No.
So this do for you.
Brilliant, thank you.
Right, so as I say, my name's John, this is Stan. Welcome to the Stadium of Light.
Thank you.
So the stadium was built in 1997 on the site of what was previously Monk Weymouth Colliery, which had closed in 1994, I think. As a reminder of our past and our culture around here, there's a portrait of what this place looked like
Oh yeah.
before the stadium was here, Colliery itself. And
I remember it.
Can you?
Yeah.
most of the mining villages around here, they would have a brass band and a banner to represent the colliery. Once a year, this is a tradition that still happens, the march into Durham City
yes.
Centre for the Durham Miners' Gala.
Every year.
Durham Big
Aye,
Meeting.
Durham.
So for all there's no mines now, whoever's still connected with the mining industry, they'll go there and they'll have a few pints, and they still march from New Harrington, where I was originally from. They'll march into Durham, have a few pints, listen to a few socialist speeches, and have a jolly good day.
Aye.
So this stands at the stadium as a reminder of what we're about, but they do come and take it away for a week or so in June, July when the
Start in July, aye.
Yes. Yes.
for anybody that remembers Roker Park,
Yes.
there's a picture there of Roker Park and what it is now underneath, which is a housing estate where the streets have names linked to football, like Turnstile Mews, Midfield Drive, what have you. So I think when that photograph of Roker Park was taken, you could only get about 22,000 people in the stadium. In its heyday, the open end, the Roker end, was perhaps 3 times as big as that.
It's huge, wasn't it?
I've been in with 55,000.
Yeah, they regularly have crowds like that in like in the FA Cup run in 1973 and in the 1960s when they got promoted with Charlie Hurley and that team. But as you can see, I think that after the Hillsborough Stadium disaster, the top 2 divisions in football had to have all-seater stadiums.
Yes.
So some were faced with a choice of either converting that to all seats or looking for another place to play our football. And if you'd converted that the way it was to all seats, it would have knocked the capacity down to something that wouldn't have covered our fan base.
Yeah.
So we had
How far is that from here, John?
about a mile and a half, isn't it?
How far is it?
Yeah.
About a mile and a half.
So we had a look at a couple of different sites for a new stadium.
All right, yeah.
I think there was one where the Nissan factory is at Washington,
All right.
which didn't come off.
Bit far out.
And Ryop, where the hospitals are, I think was
yes.
considered.
I think the Nissan one was because if that had been built, it was going to be known as the Wembley of the North. But Nissan raised a lot of objections to that, saying it would interfere with their delivery patterns, their just-in-time deliveries.
Yeah.
So all the sort of planning objections were taken on board, and Bob Murray and the board started to look round again, and came obviously where we are now, Monk Weymouth.
Which central is anyway?
Yes. So I think the costs for this was anything from 25 to 30 million all told to build this stadium.
If you're enjoying the video right now and you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Much appreciated if you can give us a thumbs up. Absolutely fantastic. And these two tour guides are doing Sunderland Football Club absolute justice. They are fantastic ambassadors to Sunderland Association Football Club. Right, let's get back to the tour.
Old style football ground where you're close to the action. I mean, at the time when we moved, the ground was fairly dilapidated anyway, and we probably needed a move, to be honest. But the atmosphere at Roker Park was
Well, this was open-ended, this end.
Aye,
There was no roof on. It was right, used to go right back, didn't it? That was over 40,000 on its own, I would have thought.
Well, bought above as well, wasn't it?
Mine dangerous as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nothing in there.
So on this level we've got the main hospitality areas in the stadium. That one's the biggest function room in the stadium, the Montgomery Suite, named after Jimmy Montgomery, club legend. So Jimmy's, for all he's 80 years old now, he's in there every home game, entertaining the guests. Usually gets a former player to do a bit of question and answer thing. If you can get somebody that's linked to both of the teams, he quite often does that. So if there's any visiting fans in there,
Yes.
Absolute legend.
Enjoy it as well.
He's got the most games played, hasn't he?
Yes.
He's still got it.
Yes, I don't think it'll ever be beaten in modern day football. So if you want to have a look in here.
Thank you very much, cheers. Wow.
Yeah, so this will have been ready for some sort of function. If you come in on a match day, hopefully you'll find it's red, white and black to representing the colours that we have. And they'll have the stage here where Monty and his guests will be. But on non-match days, it gets used for all sorts. I used to work at Sunderland College, and they would have their training here and conferences and all sorts. Just while we're in here, upstairs from here there are 54 private boxes where you can watch the match from. If the people that are in the private boxes don't want to spend all the time in there, they can come down and use this bar on a match day, so it's quite busy on a match day. It's also used by the match is sponsored for different aspects, like man of the match and so forth. So whichever business is sponsoring them will come in here a couple of hours before the match, and they'll have a champagne reception and some meals. What we've got at the minute is Sunderland started a couple of years ago a Hall of Fame or a Wall of Fame. So once a year they'll have a Hall of Fame dinner, and famous players or people from our past get nominated to be on the Wall of Fame. So we've got a big talk about Jimmy Montgomery there. That's the guy in the green jersey. The fellow with the big...
He's the best player ever played.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Absolutely. You're not wrong.
He's still going, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
I think Stan will tell you about him when he first came on the scene.
627 games.
Tremendous. I tell you what else I used to like and all. Similar time to him, he used to look after him, Nicky Sharkey.
Oh yes.
Yes. Well, that's Sharky behind, look. He's
I just
only short for centre forward. He's only 5'9", maybe.
I wasn't really tall. He put some balls in, but he had to look after him.
He had a great knack.
There he is.
He's got place, hasn't he? He's a place, I mean,
37.
that's
Baseball there as well.
Ollie there.
Baseball.
He should have played for Scotland. He never did, I don't think. He should have played for Scotland.
No,
It's nice bar.
Youth.
Busy on the match.
Scott.
So as you've seen, we've got the picture of the beach ball incident that happened in the days when Steve Bruce was our manager.
I think Tony Murphy is the best one we've had since, what do you call it, one who used to play for England, Peter Reid, in my opinion. He's the
It's
best
the
one.
most attractive football we've played since
Yeah.
Peter
Ah,
Reid.
it's a better football than
That's
right.
A lot better
They
football.
might not win, but they play some lovely
Yeah,
football.
but it's a pleasure to watch.
It is.
It's a pleasure to watch.
Last couple of years has been good, I
Aye,
think.
aye.
Queen's Bar.
So this is Quinn's Bar. Have you anybody been in this one?
I haven't been in there.
So when the stadium was first opened, I think it was just called the Sports Bar. And after the game, people could just go in there for a pint and they would have sports quizzes and so forth. A while ago, it was named after Niall Quinn. In the summertime, it was done out, and it's more of a. I think it's lost a little bit of its football soul, to be honest. It's a lovely room to have a function in, but before it was done out, there's loads of memorabilia from the old Roker Park, which is just in storage for the moment, hopefully.
It changed.
So it's a nice room, but to me, it's lost a little bit of its soul. The bar
Nice, isn't it?
used to be in the middle.
All right, yeah.
But they've put the bar up in, it's a nice room to have a function.
It is.
I think you might need to have a season ticket to come in here. So
I
it's
think you can buy one-offs.
hospitality area.
Now I see.
So you'll get something like lasagna and chips for your meal, and you'll have a nice seat in the West Stand. And
Old
bits and
Roker
bobs,
Park
a lot
clock.
of it's been moved out and put in storage. Do you want to have a little one there?
Yeah.
We've got Peter Reid's blazer that I think it was in the days when Rude Hullet was manager in Newcastle. He had the audacity to drop Alan Shearer and Duncan Ferguson. And yeah, he beat them 2-1.
Very, really nice.
So we've got a big banner here with the honours that Sunderland won up to a certain point. I think all the major honours is on that banner there.
All right.
It's massive, this, isn't it?
It is massive, isn't it?
That's a lovely room.
Tiny one there, isn't it? Picture.
Bobby Curtin, see, straight away. Oh, there's Big Al.
Aye.
All right.
I like him, Big Al. Porterfield, that's
I can see you in the crowd there.
Porterfield. Aye, I was there.
That was just we wrote with iron.
Aye.
These pictures here, they're all players that have made in excess of 300 appearances. for
What I
Sunderland.
need.
All right, yeah.
That's the idea.
She not there yet?
Ashurst was there.
He was, yes. Aye. Wasn't too successful, but he got us to the League Cup final. We got beaten in the League Cup final against Norwich. I think we got relegated with Ashurst there, or Stowart come and took over in the end, but couldn't keep us up. So along this way, this is where the private boxes are. We have 54 private boxes, most of which have 10 or 12 seats when you get through. There's a couple at bookends have about 24 seats in. Whoever has hired the box for the season, their name is on the name,
Right, okay, yeah.
name tag on the door. If you want to hire a box for the season,
How much?
10 seaters totaling, I think it's 26,000 plus VAT. 12 seaters, I think it's 28,000 plus VAT.
Who have business.
All companies, basically.
Aye.
and for that you
company's
don't
right,
get
well,
free
not
wine or beer, you
Do
get
not?
a free match programme.
Oh,
And you'll have a nice meal. Yeah, you got a nice
Course
meal.
meal.
Aye.
Right, we'll have a look in one along here.
Well, if you can afford a box of 26 grand, you can afford a pint.
Aye, exactly.
Do you think we'll
Oh yes.
try this one?
Oh,
So
this is how the other half live.
I think these are
Gypsy King.
a local building company, and they personalised the box. Soaps and shirts that are signed.
Tremendous.
So this is pretty much how it would be set up on a match day. Okay.
Lovely.
Outside, careful with this little lip on there.
Right.
So if it's cold, you can just sit inside. Yeah.
Yeah, have a sit down. Nice view from here.
Oh yes.
It's ideal, isn't it?
It is. Oh, it's nice comfortable seats. Yeah.
This is where you want to be. Isn't it?
This is a nice central box. So they've got the lights there. I mean, for Glasgow it needs plenty of rain and plenty of sunshine, where we get plenty of rain top level.
Yeah. Tremendous. Next level up. Ah. There's Diggy Odd. Yeah. To the top we go.
Stan, I've got a question for you. You might know.
Pass.
I'm related to a man who captained Sunderland, Middlesbrough, and Newcastle.
Stan Anderson.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm Ray Anderson. I'm Ray Anderson.
Too clever for you, Ray.
He's dead now, isn't he?
I died a couple of years.
Yeah, he
Did
was
you?
here, I think, just prior to COVID. He was a guest. He was a guest here.
Aye.
Yeah, he's one of the few players ever done that.
Aye.
Right,
The only one.
Northeast.
The only one to do it. Yeah.
3 Northeast clubs.
so on this level we've got more hospitality areas, some of the smaller rooms. We've got the Riverview Brasserie, which we'll have a look in.
You did it right.
And
Massive.
the boardroom. Shall we have a look in the Riverview
Riverview.
first?
Jonas, this will have a view of the river. Down there for dancing. Riverview. Big place, I think.
So, on a football match day, they did used to have this very strict dress code to get in here, collar and tie. I don't know if it's still collar and tie to get in here.
Still do.
And the directors from both teams are coming here. I think a few weeks back we played Norwich City, and Delia Smith's a regular visitor to the Stadium of Light. So this room, they used to do Sunday lunches in here.
Alright.
A little while ago, I think they reverted to the hotel across the way, the Hilton. But when it's not being used for football, as you can see, they've got the screens there, so they must have had some sort of learning event here.
Alright, yeah. Hey.
Back out there,
Paint the
man.
Madrid, please, mate.
Huh?
Paint the Madrid, please.
Aye, aye.
To the, just the step. Alright, nice in the summertime.
So we've got the boardroom next door. I think we've got the door open to have a look in the boardroom. We don't normally go in there, but we'll have a look in with you. So when the stadium was first built, this would have just been a smoking area. So if you want to smoke, you'd have to come out here. And there's a similar one at the other end of the west stand. Nowadays, if you want a cigarette, you have to go outside the stadium.
Yeah.
But just to point out a few things of interest for you, Roker Park was designed by Archibald Leach, who was involved in the design of some of the most famous stadiums in Britain. like Glasgow Rangers
Yeah.
and Everton, Goodison Park, Plymouth Argyle and Roker Park. So that's some of the grandstand from Roker Park, which is called Archibald Leach
right, yeah.
latticework. So that was saved and brought in the car park. We've also got a pit winding wheel, which in the collieries the miners used to go down to the shaft and brought up again by a big in a big cage, a big lift called the cage, and that winding wheel was used to bring the cage
Where's that from?
up to the surface. A red
Oh,
wheel
yes, I
there.
see it, yes.
And then the little stick men, they go right down to the riverbank, so they're representing fellas pushing lumps of coal up the riverbank. There's just little mementos of what we're all about in our heritage in this region, like shipbuilding and mining.
Minded.
The way the stadium, the ironwork here, it's, I think, it represents seals.
Yeah.
That way, it represent.
It is, isn't it? Wow. It's very nice indeed.
Where was it you used to do the cadence? I was
Probably in the Montgomery. I would imagine. Yes.
It's for the knights of the club. Knights of the round table. Tremendous, isn't it?
There's bars everywhere, there you go.
Falls into the room with the mirror.
That's what I thought, I haven't walked through there.
So, what he needs to keep.
Very tight on there.
Never when you sit in your seats outside, won't it?
I'm going on the seat deck here, Stan.
Yeah, can do.
director's box.
Yourself a seat in one of these.
Sit down in there, mate.
Sorry.
I like that. This is where I like to be.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Wait, I'm up.
Very nice cushion seats, these.
Yeah. There's one or two behind have nameplates on, so in Bob Murray State, John Fickling was his number 2,
Aye.
so John Fickling and his son have their own named seats. For a big lad, there's not a lot of leg room in them, you've probably noticed.
Yeah, they're quite tight, aren't they?
They've fit as many in as they could. And somebody was asking about Nick Barnes and Gary Bennett. They have to do their commentary from right at the very back of the
Oh, yes.
there. When the stadium was first built, behind the visitors' dugout, there was a press area there. They had journalists' desks
Right.
and Sky Sports seats, but some of that's been designated for hospitality seating, and there's a section for Sky Sports. So the Radio Newcastle guys had to move right to the very back there. I think to compensate them, they give them some more high-tech equipment.
Nice.
But I think poor Gary Bennett has a long way to walk for his sandwich at half time.
His binoculars out. Charlie Hurley sweet.
Let's stand and take over now.
We'll just go down the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, mate, you're sweet. Yeah.
Have a seat, lads.
Thank you very much.
Okay, mate.
Okay, this is the press lounge, a room really that's basically only used on a match day. The guys from the media spots up the top, they will come down here, and this is where the managers will do their radio interviews. Television ones are done downstairs. I'll show you where they do that one straight after the game. The thing about this is when people see this background, they always think, oh yeah, that's where we see Tony on his pre-match. That is not here. That is done at the academy. The vast majority of stuff with the club is done at the academy. The management and the players really come here only for football, on a match day. Yeah. Odd times, maybe a promotional thing, but basically it's a match day. It's a match day use only. But as I say, people immediately associate that. As I say, once the game is finished, the visiting manager will come in here. He always comes in first, simply because they've obviously got time slots for flights or whatever, however they got here. So courtesy, they'll come first and do their Q&A. Then our boss will come in and do exactly the same. The guys can then go through the back, plug in their iPhone, laptop, whatever, do the reports that appear in your papers on a Sunday if it's a Saturday game, Wednesday if it's a Tuesday game, Saturday if it's a Friday game, whatever day Sky's decided the game's going to be on.
Right.
And that's the way that this room works.
Oh yes. What's that? Players Lounge. That's Dan Neil.
Okay, so this is the Players Lounge. Again, a room that's basically match day use only. The players' guests, their family, etc. can come in here. They can have something to eat, something to drink. Once the game is finished, players come back up here, collect their families, and off they go. So as I said, it's a match day thing only. What we're starting to do, what the club is starting to do, is put up a montage of players who have come through the academy and made it into the first team. So you've got Anthony Patterson there in the corner, Dan Neil, our captain for the last game, local lad, Elliot Embleton, unfortunately he's injured at this moment in time. Grant Ledbetter, who played for us, is now coaching at Middlesbrough, and possibly the two most famous, the two Jordans, Henderson and Pickford. One the current England #1, and Jordan Henderson, the occasional England captain. Right, well, if you watch YouTube, thing called Access All Areas, this is the shot you see of the players coming into the stadium. Home team always come down this side, visitors always come down this side. This takes us down to the dressing rooms, manager's office, physio room, away dressing room, and the referee's room, and eventually out to the tunnel. When the stadium was first built, the dressing rooms, the first thing that happened was they suddenly realised that the dressing rooms were the wrong way around. Because at Roker Park, when Sunderland came out of the tunnel, they always ran to the Fulwell end. But the way they put the dressing rooms, if they'd come out this way, they would have went to the right. So they very quickly had to change them. John Tupman realised that one Sunday night when he was having a look at the plans and thought, ooh, drop the tongue here, change this round. So he did that, and then they brought in a lady sports psychologist to design the dressing rooms, colour schemes, etc., for the dressing rooms, and they are totally different. You say that when we go into them, and then eventually we'll go into the home dressing room. But they are vastly different, and they're all done with a purpose.
Ah, cool.
Okay, we're
Thank you.
up down here.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to visit this dressing room first.
You're aware.
So, as you can see, the colour schemes in here, blue, white walled tiles, grey ceiling, not the most inviting. Having said that, lots of teams come here and they say that this is probably one of the better away dressing rooms in the Championship, and even in the Premier League. Through there, there's obviously the showers, 4 ordinary baths. Totally different to the home team. And many years ago, teams would do things, shall we say, in the away dressing room, anything to upset the sort of psychology of the players. Some would type very loud reggae music in the visitors' dressing room. No one ever knew where the volume was to turn it off. They would put the clock 5 minutes slow, so players thought they had plenty of time to get his boots on or whatever. Suddenly realises, I don't have that there at the time. Lots of sort of little tricks like that. You know, the water in the showers, not very warm. Players like to shower before the game and after, so that, you know, they sort of lose out a little bit like that. Needless to say, we don't do anything like that.
Yeah.
Totally fair, but it used to happen at one time, going back a few years.
What's the fines on the wall there?
This is because the restrictions on the pitch. So
Oh, right.
you're allowed warm-ups for the goalkeepers, can't be done in the main area. They've got to be done to the side.
Right.
So if you commit an offence or any of these offences, only players named on the team sheet are permitted on the pitch. Portable goals must be used. Warm-up, warm-down areas, half-time activities, all detailed out. And for various fines in the Championship, £1,000 for your first, £1,500 for your second, £2,000 for your third offence. League One, slightly different, and League Two. So everyone knows what they can and can't do pre-match.
Tremendous. Oh, match officials. Very posh.
You wonder why we don't get the decisions. Nice and comfortable.
I know.
Don't get the decisions.
Mine, I think every fan of every club will say that.
Yeah.
We definitely.
Okay, referee's room. Once the referee arrives at the stadium, he is in control of all football matters. Safety and security, totally different from the box that John pointed out to you earlier on. 45 minutes before the kick-off, the manager and the captain will come, both sides, meet the referee. He will pass on any sort of instructions that he will and will not allow. You know, quick free kick, quick throw-ins, play the advantage, whatever. It's then the team sheets are swapped over, so the ref gets a copy and the opposition get their copies. Opposing teams get their copies. From that point onwards, this room is out of bounds to any player, any manager, for 30 minutes after the end of the game. The FA say that is a cooling off period, so should there be any contentious issues throughout the game, no one can come banging on the door saying, you know, what have a word about that penalty we should have had, or, you know, why did you do this, why did you do that? So 30 minutes is a cooling off time for the referees. if you think about it, really within 30 minutes it can be showered and away from the ground anyway. But the room is there to sort of a bit of protection.
You know the manager's suite?
We're right there, yes. Calling it the manager's.
No.
Oh, this manager's suite. No, manager.
Where's the manager's suite? No, right. They've got it. Ah,
Okay.
yeah.
And that one was when Jermaine Defoe scored the World League against Newcastle.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
This is Sirkin's room.
Okay, this is probably the pro footballer's least favourite room. This is the physio room. Players are injured on the pitch, can be brought back in here. Minor sort of injuries, any sort of stitching or anything like that that needs to be done can be done in here. Anything more serious, they can be obviously fitted with the plastic boot, stuff like that, should they need any sort of hospital, any hospital treatment, they can be taken from here to the hospital. So as I say, it's a room that most footballers don't like to see the inside of.
And here we are, the home end, almost. Oh, manager. Oh, very nice.
Okay, so this is Tony's office. Again, it is just a match day thing only. His main office is at the academy, and that looks out over onto the all the pitches down there, so he can keep an eye on what's going on. Having said that, he's very much a tracksuit manager. When you see him on the television, he's always out warming up, or he's always out with the players. So he will come in here, he's usually here quite early on a match day, come in here along with his coaches, physio if there's any sort of late injuries that need to be sort of discussed. The team is probably selected by then, and the players themselves will know whether they're in the team or whether they're in the subs or
Could do with a new bike.
Okay, so this is the warm-up room. Players, when they arrive at the stadium, if they want, they can come in here. Some will come in, do a few stretches, maybe a bit warm up on a bike. Some players like a massage before and after the game. The choice really is up to them. The tables are all set out with obviously bandaging, scissors, stuff like that, pre-med stuff. Also big bowl of fresh fruit, usually soft fruit, melons, strawberries, stuff like that. Also bananas, also big bowl of bananas, protein drinks, all that sort of stuff. And probably the most important ones, Jaffa cakes and Revels. I kid you not. They're always
Strangely enough, there's always Pat's Haribo's as well.
anything sugary. Anything sugary. This takes us through to the home team dressing room.
Sure, you can go through first. Thank you. There we have it.
This is more like it, isn't it?
So, as you can see, vast difference.
It is.
He's been disappointed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the look of that choo-choo.
I think he's a good player.
Yes. He's got something in him.
You know something about it? He really
You're
has.
telling me, is this here?
Yes, he's in.
Yeah, he's getting back to fitness now. He's been training again.
Yeah.
Is that the one you lent out?
Yes, he's in Plymouth. Plymouth wanted to sign him. Okay, so as I said, you can see the difference between the two dressing rooms. This has got a nice warm feel about it, much more space. You will notice also that the strips are in numerical order. The reason for that is, at one time, when we brought the mini hospitality tours down, the way it was set up, you would have goalkeeper, defence, midfield, attack, substitute. And of course, people were getting their cameras, the mobiles, doing it all around like that. And that was appearing on YouTube before the referee got a copy of it, so you really guess the team. So now what we do is the strips go out in numerical order. Once the tours are finished, they're then changed
Change
whoever's
them all
in
on again,
and
aye.
out of the team. But that's the way it had to be.
So mood lighting on for this one.
It's unbelievable. This championship, what's the premiership like?
Oh, well, I mean, the Etihad and tremendous. We're twice the size of this.
That Arsenal one, yeah, was it?
The Emirates. I mean, if you think, well, you know, go back to the away dressing room. When Man City came here,
Spars.
they must have had 53 people with them. All in the got it in there. I mean, they brought everything by the kitchen sink. Because they bring all their own stuff now. We'll have a look in
What's
here.
the deep bath for?
I'll show you. Right,
Oh, they get
So in here, as I said, in the away dressing room, you had just the showers and 4 ordinary baths. In here, ordinary bath, 2 jacuzzis, and the footballer's favourite, the ice bath.
Oh no.
So if we had a game tomorrow, this will be filled up today, temperature taken down to about -5, anywhere between -5, -10. Basic idea behind it, any minor knocks, stuff like that. If you remember, you know, when you were little, you banged your head, your mum put a bag of frozen peas and
Aye.
ice on,
Yep.
does exactly the same. Brings out the bruising, takes down the swelling. At the academy, there is a cryogenic box, which is not used now, but when Jermaine Defoe was here, Jermaine Defoe went in there every day in just a pair of socks, slip, gloves, woolly hat and earmuffs. 5 minutes in there, temperature in excess of -20. But he maintained that that was a great thing for keeping your injuries and stuff like that. It's not used now.
He wasn't the one who got a lot of injuries, was he?
And he was not. If you look back at his age at the time, the first time he was here, he had very few injuries and he was an extremely fit.
He was.
I mean, his diet and stuff like that was all part and parcel of it. But he used to go into his box.
He had that one of them at home,
Yes.
and the other way, because I knew where he lived.
I'm sliding you up there.
He
In
lived near me. He lived near all of it. Well, not
In the Roker Park days, they just had a communal bath.
Aye.
And Jimmy Montgomery told me one day, after training, when training was finished, there was a sprint to get
in.
back to the bath, because if you were last in the bath, it was like basically just like jumping into a muddy pile of water.
Who was the first manager to use a sub?
He was a sub.
Stoke.
Alan Brown.
Ah, yes,
I think he was the first manager ever to use a substitute.
You only had one, didn't they?
Well, he had one.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many have you got now? Is it 5?
7, isn't it?
7 on the bench,
Seven on the
and
bench.
5 of which they can bring on.
This is a head injury.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
Come on, who's going to score? Who's going to score on Saturday? Name a player. I predict Rushin will score on Saturday.
place for the ball boys.
Yeah. So this is where they do the initial interview for TV.
Yeah.
For the,
When they come up,
straight in there.
That's what they tell you when they say the table, doesn't it? In the background.
Yeah, so that's where that is actually done,
There you are.
TV. As I say, the media stuff from the press. It's done in the media.
The little bands, that's where Samson and Delilah, the mascots, get in and out of.
It's amazing how many believe you as well. They get down there and have a look. Cock flop. Okay,
this is the big business.
just stop at the black line there. Use your imagination a little bit. 2:45, Saturday afternoon. 49,000 out there. Once the music starts, lead your team out.
Well, no.
Out you go.
Oh, look at this one. Tony, yeah, I was up a bit. Where's that bit east stands? Or the green bit, aye.
The technical area, it's very small.
It is, yeah, isn't it?
But they made a rule this season that there's only supposed to be one person in it anywhere.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I saw somebody the other day getting sent up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Both officials chased them if there's more than one, which is absolutely snookered Newcastle's manager and his sidekick.
Yes.
Yeah, he's out there, isn't he? It's not that big either, is it?
No, it's deceptive, isn't it? When you see it on the television, it always looks bigger. No, it's not,
And where we're standing, lads, it's actually about 5 metres below ground level here.
All right, yeah.
First thing they did when they built the stadium was dug a dirty great big hole.
Aye.
And it's to achieve like an amphitheatre effect. A lot of the modern day stadiums are built like that.
Realise how big it was behind.
oh, it's amazing when you see it. Oh, yeah.
Did only this side got that, not the other side?
No, just the concourse.
Just got the
You've got the,
concourse under there. There's a black cat.
So how many subscribers you got now?
Yeah, on my football channel, 17,000. On my new one I've done, which is like out and about different areas in my north east, that's 1,700. Just to starting off that one up.
A few years ago, I used to work in the care sector, and I took some wonderful lads. They were from Sunderland, they were Man United glory supporters. So I took them down for that tour, and that was really good. It was like a museum in Rome.
How big money might
Well, John, thank you very much. Fantastic. Cheers. Cheers, John. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Stan, that was great. Thank you, Stan. Cheers. We're back at Wincy's Bar and Grill, aren't we, mate?
Yeah.
Champion, he's pulling the pint already, just getting in. What was your thoughts on the tour, Wincy?
Oh, absolutely loved it, man. Absolutely loved it, made my day.
Aye, Jonas enjoyed it as
Oh,
well.
I loved it.
Your thoughts on the tour guides?
Oh,
Nice.
man. Nothing a problem to them both. Nothing.
And
Thank you very much to them both.
Out of 10?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10,
Can't beat
absolutely
that, like.
fantastic. Oh, amazing. Imagine 26 grand for a box. If I win the lottery next year, we'll get us a box and we'll go
I'll
there.
start serving.
We'll start saving.
Start
So if we get-
serving up now.
If we get 10 of us, we'll get £2,600 each.
Everyone's a
We're
chip.
laughing.
Everyone's a chip with anybody.
It sounds a lot, but how much do we pay?
We could get a drink for that, though, couldn't they?
Tell you what.
You think so?
Seeing all them bars has made me
Oh, aye,
thirsty.
exactly, aye. That's something fucking drinking there, yeah.
Exactly.
You've got more bars than Durham.
Ria, what was your thoughts on the tour and of John and Stan?
I thought it was a brilliant tour, and I thought those two lads were very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Two smashing lads, showed us round, no rushing us about, showed us everything in the place, and I was amazed how many different bars and different rooms there are behind the scenes.
Excellent, isn't it? I mean,
Oh,
it
brilliant.
took us everywhere you wanted to go. There
Yeah.
was, like I say, no rushing around. Like
No.
I said, there was just nothing was too much bother. Absolutely 10 out of 10, John and
That's
Stan.
what you meant, like.
The players' room, the players went changing room.
Changing rooms, physio rooms, walking away.
Compared to the away one,
So what was your thoughts on the 2 out of 10 for the tour?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, excellent. Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, cheers to the stadium tour.
Cheers, thanks to the stadium tour. Cheers to the
Tour
stadium
guides.
Tour guides.
Watching. Thank
Exactly.
you very much.
John and Stan. Cheers to John and Stan.
Yeah,
Thank you
well,
very much.
Stan,
Much
Thank you very much.
appreciated.
couple of
Thank you.
experts, well done.
10 out of 10.
10
Take
out of
care.
10.
God luck.
Top
May
man.
God go with you.
3 points.
3 pints.
And 3 pints.
Yeah, I give
Boom.
you both pot after.
I need this on Thursday now. Watching. Well, I'll get some broth. I've even got some broth coming my way.
Thank you there, Herman. Oh, you've got time to go home, won't you?
I'm not going out.
That's on your Christmas dog bed.
John, Stan, everybody involved in getting me the stadium tour, you know who you are. 10 out of 10. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Fantastic Sunderland stadium tour. Fantastic players. And it was just a joy. Thank you. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it. Give us a thumbs up. Take care. God bless me. God go with you. And we'll see you next week.
Some boot was gone.
Sam Book was gone. We'll see Wincy's Bar and Grill next Wednesday night. See you later.